Hey everybody, I'm JimClassic, and you are watching Geekin. And for today's video, I would like to talk about the Transformers Rise of the Beasts, Beast Alliance, Arcee, and Cheetor. Now, I was originally going to do this video side by side with Optimus Primal, but the Optimus Primal video is like a half an hour long, and, you know, I just realized that would have been really dumb just to add on an extra certain amount of time to this video. So it's going to be a separate video. So if you see a little bit of crossover between Optimus Primal and Arcee and everything, that's just because I literally recorded them at the same time and, just had to cut it short for content and just make a whole separate video. Anyway, let's get on with it. Of the Beast Alliance, Arcee, and Cheetor. Now, I opted to get this less expensive set over the Studio Series Arcee because I liked the way this looked better. The Studio Series Arcee just didn't look good to me. So I got this off of Amazon, same place as I got Optimus Primal, and no real regrets, but there are some issues. Well, let's move Cheetor here to the side. First off, we have Arcee in her motorcycle mode, and it's not bad. I mean, there are some, I'm not a big fan of the kickstand here. That's right in the ground, but it does keep the bike from toppling over. As a motorcycle, it does roll okay, not bad. I can probably even let go of this thing, and the little kickstands will keep it going. Let's see. Yeah, all right. Let's try it again. Yeah, okay, that works. I like that. But anyway, it's not a motorcycle that I recognize or one that's name brand or anything. It's just, it kind of looks like Cybertron Arcee from... or I'm sorry, Energon. It looks like Energon Arcee from the old Energon toy line. But this is, like I said, this is a more low budget figure, but it looks okay. I mean, so you see the headlights and the windscreen right there, and you kind of also see the headlights and the windscreen right there, which is part of the robot mode. So you kind of see the robot head tucked underneath. You see the hands. So this is not like the highest budget version of Arcee, but I mean, it's got simple red and pearlescent white, blue. It's got a simple color scheme. It's got a simple design, and it just looks okay. I'm not going to sing its praises like I did Optimus Primal's Beast Mode. It looks okay. It looks very... where Optimus Primal is the Studio Series version, this is the mainline, extra kid version. Okay. That's really what we're talking about here. We are comparing apples to oranges, and I am okay with that. But yeah, it works fine as what it is. Now here we have Cheetor. Now this is not entirely what Cheetor looked like in Rise of the Beast, and he's also not even the scale that he needs to be for Rise of the Beast. Like the Cheetor in Rise of the Beast was huge, like probably as big as Optimus Primal. But this is like, I think it's called a weapon. It's not a weaponizer. It might be might be called a weaponizer. But anyway, we do see some simple paint details. It's mostly yellow plastic and gray plastic, but there are some spots there. We do see some red in the eyes, some black in the nose. It's not bad, but nice robot details. There's actually no beast texture, I don't think, on this figure. I mean, aside from the spots, but I don't see fur texture. So this is all like 100% robot. Now, I know this is Beast Alliance, and I know, that's the whole theme of this particular subline, but I think it would have been better had Arcee come with the human character. I think it was Noah. Was Noah the human character? I think Noah was. And if I'm wrong, I will redub myself. Anyway, I think it would have been better had Noah been her character, so that there would have been someone to ride Arcee. Yeah, I'm not going to change that. But yeah, it would have been nice if she had a rider instead of just a cheetah, because that's kind of silly. But it would have been cool to have like someone to ride Arcee. That would have been cool. She should have had a human type character. But anyway, what we can do here, we're gonna transform Cheetor. All right, I believe the paws can either point down or you can rotate them 180. I don't really think it matters all that much, but you see a little 5mm handle right here, and basically the whole head and back flip out to reveal a blade. And then what happens is you put the hind legs up like this, you put the hind legs up like that, and you kind of fold it all in, and it's just a very simple weapon. That's all this really is. This is not anything super duper awesome, but it makes for something that Arcee can have in vehicle mode, that a weapon of some kind. And I mean, it looks fine. You know, I don't really love it. I don't really hate it. It looks fine. You know, it's kind of just this arm-mounted blade. Something you can. Well, we'll see. We're going to transform Arcee next. Since we've already talked about the motorcycle mode, let's transform Arcee. So, we're going to undo that area right there. This area by the inner thighs kind of unpegs. There's untabs, really. This is a little funky because the windscreen likes to come off. This time it didn't do that, but sometimes it comes off. We're going to bring down the legs, straighten out the knee areas, and then we split the arms. There we go. And bring them down by the armpits and raise up the head. And rotate the arms, and here we have Arcee in her robot mode. And I have to say, you know what? This doesn't look too bad. Again, it's not the Studio Series, so it doesn't have the articulation, it doesn't have the paint deco, but it doesn't look bad. I actually do like this. Like I said, the Studio Series version of Arcee just was like really boring, and I thought it just looked really ugly. And this looked better. So, you know, we have a decent head sculpt. I do like it. You know, the chest is supposed to be the front of the motorcycle, but you know, chest is good. You know, for some reason I like these cylindrical shoulder joints. I don't know why. Just for like smaller bots, this works for me. I like that aesthetic. And of course, we have like, you know, some pearlescent white paint on the red, and we have some nice robot details here by the abs, and it, you know, kind of looks like. What did Arcee remind me of? A gymnast. She reminded me of a gymnast, and for some reason her deco also kind of reminds me of a gymnast a bit. And I like that. Now, no complicated details here on the legs, just simple robot leg detail. You know, the feet look kind of clumsy. No real heel spur aside from these thin pieces of plastic. And the back is just motorcycle kibble, and the back is kind of a mess. One thing I don't like at all is Arcee has hollow head syndrome. Not a fan. This is Hasbro trying to save money, but you know, I can still say I'm not a fan of this. So let's move on to articulation. Arcee only has a rotating head. It cannot look up, it cannot look down, it can just rotate. Shoulder joint is on a ball joint, so it can pretty much go in any direction. Plus, you have the hinge here for the transformation, so it can go out. She can get into some extra poses that way. We have a decent bend at the elbow. We have a rotating wrist, which is kind of a bonus for something of her size. No waist swivel. We have ball-jointed hips, so again, the legs can pretty much do whatever the heck they want within reason of the sculpt. You know, the back area is kind of restrictive, and we have kind of a double knee joint. Yes, you have a 90-degree, no, I'm sorry, you have an over 90-degree bend, but you can go that extra mile. You can go that extra mile if you know, use the transformation hinge. No ankle articulation whatsoever on these clumsy-looking clods. Now, when it comes to Arcee's weapon, we have Cheetor in his weapon mode, and he can be stored in one of two places, on her arm or on her hands, because they both accommodate 5mm ports. And yeah, okay, you know, again, it looks a little clumsy. I would say this weapon would be best suited for something of Optimus Primal size, but I mean, yeah, I think a weapon of this size would definitely slow Arcee down, but it is there if, you know, if you want to use it, because this is the Beast Alliance line. Now, this is, aside from Scourge and Air Razor and Scorponok, which I will be getting to later, so far these are the only Rise of the Beast figures that I actually bothered to get. Quick sidebar for just a minute. Since we're talking about this Cheetor, I just wanted to say that I really like the buzzworthy Bumblebee mainline version. I think it looks great, and I just wanted to share my thought on that for just a minute. Wrapping up my thoughts about Arcee. For a basic line that this figure comes from, it's not bad. I mean, the color deco is fine. The sculpt is fine. The hollow head thing I'm not a big fan of. The motorcycle is okay. The transform, like, this is overall okay. This didn't rock my socks, but I thought it was okay. The Beast Alliance gimmick is fun. It is a fun gimmick, and you can have other characters wield him as their weapon. Personally, the Studio Series Bumblebee Arcee is a much better figure. All right, you have a much cooler figure from the Studio Series version of Arcee. I really legit love that figure, and that's probably who I will have in my collection versus this one. Beast Alliance Arcee, it's a fun mainline toy, okay? I mean, that's all it really is. It's just a nice addition to my collection. I'll either, I don't know if I really will have her with my Studio Series Bumblebee Arcee or keep her separately, but this is not a bad figure. In spite of what I was saying about how Studio Series Arcee is better, this is not bad. Anyway, these have been my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you have the time, tell me what you like. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm JimClassic. You have been watching Geekin' It, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.